What is going on, YouTube? Reverse John Stanek from Johnny Radio here, bringing you another Top 5 on this glorious Top 5 Friday. And I'm so excited to be talking to you about one of the greatest rock bands of all time, Aerosmith. And my personal favorite Top 5 songs of theirs. Extremely hard to whittle down, but I think I did it. Let's get right to it. At number 5... Love in an Elevator from 1989's Pump. One of their best albums, actually, and definitely one of the best albums that they released in the 80s. This was the lead-off single off that album, and such a fun song. I mean, you know, it's just purely about sex, and it's ridiculous in its lyrics, but the music is just so cool. The guitar riff by Joe Perry that Steven Tyler kind of doubles with his vocal, that and of course the great Tom Hamilton on bass just filling in as well. I love that this song just jams in the middle for like 2 full minutes with multiple guitar solos, multiple different riffs. Bradley Whitford adding some really cool funky riffs into the mix. It's just such a fun song that really stands the test of time. If you hadn't heard in a while, go back and revisit it, man, because it's so fun. And then at the end, when they all sing a cappella, it is so cool and so Aerosmith. And that's my number 5. So now at number 4... What It Takes. Also from Pump. You see, we got a little thing going here with Pump, but I'm telling you, man, this is one of their greatest ballads. If Love in an Elevator was one of their best rockers, this, one of their best ballads. Lyrically, this is just a beautiful, just, you feel the heart on your sleeve by Steven Tyler on this thing. I love... they got like a little pump organ going in the background to give it that din-a-net, din-a-net feel. And just the melodies are Beatlesque, you know. Tell me what it takes to let you go. And then when he comes in with those high falsettos on top of it, man, it just like, it gets you right here. It's beautiful how it ends with the let it go refrain. Man, I just love it. Can listen to it any day of the week. And that's just my number 4. So now at number 3. Walk This Way. Oh yeah, you gotta have this on your list, man. From 1975's Toys in the Attic. I mean, what an iconic guitar riff by Joe Perry, and, you know, also lyrically by Steven Tyler, just those unforgettable lyrics. And it had a second life in the 80s with Run DMC. It's actually hard to pick a favorite version because they're so different. I mean, I love what Run DMC does with it, and I love how Steven Tyler really takes it up a notch. Screaming the chorus even more so on that version. But, you know, going back to the original, just that kind of grungy sound of the mid-70s that they had on that record, I'd probably edge out and say I like the original more. I mean, it's just absolutely one of the best rock songs of all time. And that's just at my number 3. So now at number 2... Sweet Emotion. Also off of Toys in the Attic. So we got 2 from Pump, 2 from Toys in the Attic, and this is just another one of the greatest rock songs ever. I mean, just that intro with that bass riff by Tom Hamilton, and then it comes in. There's just so many different parts to the song that essentially the chorus, by the way, is instrumental. That one of the coolest riffs ever created. I don't know how they came up with some of the riffs on this thing, and then going into the outro, which takes from the intro. They had to be stoned out of their minds when they wrote this song. I'm sure they were, but it is an absolute classic. Love it so much. And that's just number 2. Now at number 1. Dream On. Had to be Dream On. I mean, come on, man. From their debut album from the early 70s, this was just such a powerful track that actually I don't think it was a huge hit at the time. It really kind of took time to get into the social consciousness. But I'll tell you, there's so many different versions of it, but I love the live version that they did in the early 90s. Ended up on the last Action Hero soundtrack, but they did it, I believe, for MTV's 10-year anniversary show. And it's just incredible because you got the orchestra behind them, conducted by Michael Kamen. It just adds a whole new dimension to it. But, you know, it actually doesn't need it because the original is so good as well. I love that opening harpsichord piano by Steven Tyler, who knew he had something great, and it absolutely is. I mean, just one of the greatest rock anthems of all time. When he gets to the end and he's screaming, "Dream on," it's like, yes, man, this is just so awesome. That's all you got to say. So that is my top 5, guys. Let me know in the comments below if you agree. Leave me your top 5. If you're so bold, leave me a top 10. I mean, there's so many great Aerosmith songs throughout all their decades. For me, I think the 70s were the best, 80s a little less, and then, you know, they did some stuff throughout the 90s and beyond. Get a Grip was a good album as well. I considered a few songs off of that record, but hey, this is my top 5, guys, so let me know what you think. We got top 5s every Friday, album reviews, so much more. Thank you for watching, and as always, Viva la Vinyl. So guys, thanks so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and be sure to ring the bell for notifications so you can always see great quality content like you're seeing on the screen right now. Thank you so much for supporting Johnny Radio, and I'll see you soon.